Howdy. Today we're going to be doing a video for beginner trappers on getting started trapping land animals such as coyotes, bobcats, fox, badger, all that kind of stuff. First thing I need is your traps. I'm not going to go through traps really in depth on this video. We'll do one on that later. But if you're buying traps at all, I'd recommend getting it. If you're buying footholds, get steel traps. Coil spring steel traps, not long springs. Because if you want to buy new long springs, they're a whole lot more expensive than coil springs, and they're big and bulky. Coil springs are more compact and they're stronger, so you're gonna be going gotta get a whole lot better deal by going with a coil spring. When using coil springs for coyotes, anything from a number 1 3/4 to a number 3 is a good size. Long springs, a number 3 or number 4, because they're not as stout as the coil spring. Bobcats, they can be held in anything from a 1 1/2 to a number 3 coil spring, or a number 2 or number 3 long spring. Gray fox, you can use a number 1 or a 1 1/2 coil spring for them. I don't go bigger than 1 1/2 on gray fox unless I'm using long springs. I don't go to a number 2 long spring. Coons, I'd recommend a dog-proof coon trap. My favorite brand is a Duke. If you're gonna use steel traps, I would go with a 1 1/2 coil spring or a number 2 long spring. The next thing you're gonna need is a sifter. Sift dirt over your traps when you're going to cover them up. Keeps dirt and rocks from dropping on your pan, setting the trap off, or keeping the animal from stepping on your pan, or if you get a big rock or a stick over the jaws so when it fires, it could hold the jaws open so the animal can't escape. That happened to me before I got a sifter. This is the kind I bought it from Cabela's. If I had to do it again, buy another sifter, I'd spend a little more money and get one a little bit better quality, because you can see the wires coming out of the bottom. Can't really see it too well. It's popping out of the bottom. I'd get like a Freedom brand sifter. Those are more heavy duty. Next thing you're gonna need is a hammer. This is called a groundhog, or a 3-in-1 tool. It's got a sledgehammer, blade on the back, and a trowel on the end. If you're in soft ground, you can use that for digging dirt holes, but if you're in real hard caliche, kind of like we are in most places, you gotta need something with a little, like a narrow trowel, preferably with a metal handle, or a dirt hole punch, or a drill with a auger on the end. If you're gonna be going with a drill, I would recommend getting a 20-volt DeWalt with a 2 or 3-inch auger. That's the kind of digger we go with. And first, you're gonna need something to secure your traps to the ground once the animal doesn't escape. You can use like rebar stakes. I would not recommend that since they're so heavy and bulky, and if you're on foot like we are, that just really doesn't work. So I would recommend going with some type of earth anchor. I'll leave several links to traffic supply websites in the description where you can go and look at their earth anchors. There's many different types. Or you can use like old snares to snare your trap off to a tree, or use wire or drags. You'll need pan cover, something to keep dirt from getting under the pan. We're using wax paper. You can use underalls. You can buy them, or you can just use polyfill like Mark June does. Or you can use screen pan covers, but if you're in sand, we've got a lot of sand around here, the sand will just pour through those screen pan covers. And you're gonna need some gloves are pretty handy. These are the kind we use, just something we bought from G-Bo's. Brother got it for me for my birthday. They've been holding up fairly well. You see they're kind of worn quite a bit, but they work. If you're trying to grab a rat with these, don't do that because they'll bite clear through them. These are handy to have. It's an S-hook or J-hook, S-hook and J-hook tool. You can open and close them, so you can replace S-hooks, J-hooks, whatever, on while you're out trapping, just in case a coyote opens one a little or something. I always like to carry this around along with some extra S-hooks, J-hooks, and even some chain. Whisk broom is real good for blending and duffing in your sets. You can buy some trapping suppliers carry little brooms, or you can, if you're a beekeeper, you can get those. Get out of the way, dog. You can get those bee brushes. They're about that long with soft yellow bristles on them. They cost about $4. I've got one, so that's what I'm going to be using. A good thing to have would be a needling pad to keep, just thinking mosquitoes, to keep your scent off the set, and keep your knees from tearing up the ground too much and making the set look unnatural. You can buy them for about $6 at a trapping supplier. I'm hoping to get one soon. Right now I'm using, it's like one of those padded head covers that goes on, like on a seat in the car. Found one in the trash, or I picked it up. Work for now until I can get a good one. So there's just roughly what you're gonna need. Of course, you're gonna need your bait and lure and attractants. We'll probably do another video on that soon. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I hope you'll subscribe. Thank you for watching, and good luck on your trap line.